It is 5:30, February 23rd, 2021, and called over a public hearing on the Texas Academic Board of Trustees. Our agenda: 1, any taxpayer may participate in the public hearing. 2, taxpayers who desire to address the Board of Trustees on the Texas Academic Board shall sign up with the presiding officer or designee before the meeting begins. 3, the Board of Trustees employees may not respond to comments made by taxpayers. Number 4, taxpayer comments must be limited to the Texas Academic Performance Board. Public comment. Move on to the next one. The presentation of the 2019-20 Texas Academic Performance Report. Ms. Good
evening, Mr. President, Board of Trustees, staff, and Mercedes ISD community. As required by the state, we are providing the public hearing on the Texas Academic Performance Report, and Dr. Nancy Castillo will be providing that report for us this evening.
Good evening, Board President, Mr. Hernandez, Board of Trustees, Mrs. Mendoza, Superintendent for MISD and the community. I will be presenting the annual report public hearing for 1920. This particular report is a report that must be conducted yearly, and so it consists of 7 sections. The first section, you will see the 1920 TAPER, Texas Academic Performance Report, for the district and also for the campus. We also have for section 2, PEAM's Financial Standard Report for 1819 Financial Actual Report for the district and for each campus. Section 3 would have the 1920 District Accreditation Status, and this is for the policy AIA Legal. We have section 4, the campus performance objectives that we did approve, the board did approve during our CIPs, presentations, campus improvement performance. Then we have 5, the report on violent and criminal incidents on campuses. Section 6, student performance in post-secondary institution for high school campus and in the district. And the 1920 TAPER glossary, which is the definition of terms. On the next slide, section 1 that consists of the TAPER that has been provided for the community here at the entrance and also available in my office in the district or campuses, includes PEAM's information, a public information management system. It also consists of student assessment data of all the STAR that has been provided the prior years. The TAPER is published in 2 different formats. One would be the Comprehensive Dynamic Online Data System. The data are added as they become available in the test. Then you have the PDF version, which everyone gets to see and download from the TA website. And it only includes major statutory required data points. And it's designed to allow the districts to fulfill their public notification requirements, such as the annual report that I'm presenting. On the next slide, we have the cover page. So the first thing that gets presented is the cover page that includes the 2020 accountability rating. And as you're aware, all districts and campuses in the state of Texas were not rated, declared state of disaster. It also has a 2020 special ed determination status. It's only reported on the district's TAPER. The 2020 Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, the ASVAB test, only reported on the district's TAPER, and it only reported the district did not offer the ASVAB Career Exploration Program and did not request a waiver from TA the prior year. And it also consists of the 2020 distinction designations. And again, no distinction designations were awarded for any district or campus in the state of Texas due to the absence of the 2020 STAR data. So the next slide shows you what the first page looks like. And it was also in your packet that you were able to take over home, which was a spiral. And it has all the information, the 1920 TAPER. It has the district name for Mercedes ISD, the district number, accountability rated, again, declared state of disaster, and special ed determination status, which is a big plus, is meets requirements. And not many states, or not many campuses met requirements. So that's a big plus for Mercedes ISD. We also have in section 1, you will see when you flip through those pages, the 1920 TAPER, the STAR performance and the 3 designated performance rates, either approaches at grade level or above, meets grade level or above, master's grade level. And then it also has reported in each assessment all grades in all subjects from math, science, social studies, language, arts, and reading. And then we have all grades by subject. It also includes the STAR academic growth. It's calculated in reading, so it's in grades 4 through 8, English 2, and math grades 4 through 8, and algebra 1. It also includes the reported by grade and subject. But due to the cancellation of spring of 2020, assessments, the data for these measures have not been updated. Therefore, the data that are reported are identical to the data reported in 1819 taper. And that's across the state. Included in section 1 of that file would have the STAR Prior Year Student Success Initiative, progress of prior year non-proficient students, Student Success Initiative, and you're looking at grades 5 and 8. At that time, students are allowed up to 3 times to take the STAR test in order to be promoted. And so that's called the Grade Placement Committee through the Student Success Initiative. It also includes bilingual education, English as a second language. It includes the STAR performance for academic growth measures. And of course, it's also disaggregated per program. And the students are identified as either ELs in the 1920 school year. And it also has a STAR participation, how many students took the STAR test. But due to the cancellation of 2020 STAR, assessments and data for these measures have not been updated. Therefore, the data reported are identical to the 1819 taper that was presented to you last time. Inclusive in this particular report, you also have attendance, graduation, and dropout rates. It includes the attendance rate from the year before and the year that is being reported, the annual dropout rate for grades 7 through 8 and grades 9 through 12. It has a 4-year longitudinal graduation rates. These are state and federal requirements. 5-year, 6-year would be your state requirements. Graduation plan rates, longitudinal and annual. And it also has a graduation profile. And here the most recent data for these measures are from the 1819 school year. Therefore, performance of these measures has been updated since 1819 taper and is reported only for 1819 and 1718. And when we look at graduation, we're always a year behind. In the same section 1 of taper, you also have college, career, and military readiness, the CCMR. It includes data for CCMR graduates, college-ready graduates, career military-ready graduates. It also has the related indicators for CCMR that count towards accountability, whether it's a TSI-A, results for both reading and math, the CTE coherent sequence courses, the completed and received credit for college prep courses. Those are courses that students who have not passed the TSI reading and language arts and math are placing those classes so that they do not take any remedial courses at the collegiate level. And so the students do need to meet passing standards, and they follow the curriculum from the university or STC. It also includes AP results. We're not international baccalaureate, but we are advanced placement. SAT and ACT results, and for other post-secondary indicators, advanced dual credit course completion. And it also includes graduates that are enrolled in Texas institutions of higher education. And it also includes their graduates in Texas higher education completing 1 year without enrollment in developmental education courses. And the development education courses are the remedial courses the students take in college if they did not pass the STAR English 1, 2, and algebra, and if they did not succeed on the TSI, reading and language arts, and if they did not enroll in those college prep courses, because when the students take the developmental courses at the college, they need to pay out of pocket. So the schools help in that way to help them. We have to track those students to make sure that they are enrolled in the TSI and the college prep courses to help them be on the path of going into college, avoiding the developmental / remedial courses. And here again, the most recent data for these measures are from 1819. And the performance of these measures have been updated since 1819 tapered, and is reported for 1819 and 1718 school years. Part of the taper includes the student information, and here it's all by grade level, ethnicity, and certain student identification indicators and students with disability, and by primary eligibility category. and other student information, including graduation information, retention rates, and class size information. That is in the report. Also in the report is staff information, the total staff by district, by campus, staff by classification, teachers by ethnicity and gender, teachers by highest degree held in years of experience of campus leadership, staff salary, teacher turnover rate information. And this is what you call demographics. This is a story of MISD. Every city has a story for every district. And this is where they gather their information. And program information, student enrollment by program, your special props, teachers by program. You're getting paid by local budget, by federal budget, so it also identifies the teachers. And the most recent data for this is from the 1920 school year. So although it doesn't have STAR, it has the recent for that year of the teachers that were physically on campus that school year on the report. And so on this report, when you look at the taper, we already posted this on our website and you had a copy of it. I don't know if you can, it's the same one? So at the district level, all the parents need to do is either, they don't know the number, but by name, they can just put in Mercedes, go ahead and click in Mercedes and search, and then they'll find the PDF. And so all this information was presented last year, and it's a very lengthy one, but you can see that everything that I just referenced is on this report. If I come back to the PowerPoint, you can also get it by campus, but it also has a financial standard report. So the financial standard report is not complete, finalized for the 1920. We're still using the 1819 for taper. And so you'll see the first box there is district. It has the revenues of the district use as far as the taper is concerned, expenditures, disbursements, tax rates, and fund balance. But it also, on the other side, it has the campus financial data on the taper report, but also on this financial standard report by object and by function and by program. So the most recent one, again, is 1819. There's not one yet for 1920 until the end of the year. So I also included the links for the district. And so the district, if we just go to 108-907, this would be the district. Membership at that year, at that time, 1819, 5,268. And so you'll see all the expenditures, revenues, and so forth. But also anyone that wants to extract it, they can do an Excel and they can do a PDF. And we also have it for the campuses. And so they need to either know their number or they need to type in, for instance, I know the high schools is 001. And it should have taken up, I probably didn't do it correctly, but it will give you also that particular campus. If I go ahead and let me see, but it'll pick up the name, you should be able to find the campus. So it can be by name, it should actually be by number, by the PIMS number. In section 3 is what we call the district accreditation status, and that's also an AIE. And so the way we get rated by TA, it assigns 1 of 4 accreditation statuses, such as accredited number 1, number 2, accredited warn, number 3, accredited probation, number 4, not accredited, and it's revoked. But it also has another indicator. In assigning an accreditation status to a district, TA considers the accountability ratings as far as academics, and also the financial accountability ratings, and the data integrity and the program area deficiencies identified through the RDA, results-driven accountability. And I'm very proud for Mercedes ISD because we did not have to file anything to the state that we were below scores on special ed, English language, English learners and bilingual, or other special pops, which is your homeless, military, and so those are the groups that we looked at. We've been really tracking them to make sure that we're on target with the RDA, which used to be the performance-based monitoring system. And so now it's changed to RDA. So a lot of work has been done, and we just need to ensure that we continue that, positive and tracking all that data for our schools at the campus level as well. So the District 1920 accreditation was accredited, and you will see here that the first rating, 2019 first rating was a C, meets standards. Accountability was a B, and so we became accredited. The campus performance objectives were already presented during our board meeting in our CIPs for all the campuses. And each campus is developed and is implementing the CIP, Campus Improvement Plan. Each campus improvement plan includes performance objectives. We go on to the third box. We have periodically measures progress towards meeting the performance objectives. Every campus looks at their data when they're benchmarking our students. And we have already benchmarked our students, and it looks like at least a fourth of our students are coming into tests. So that is going to tell us that it kind of gives you a gauge where the students will be when they live start tests. Waivers, we're looking at waivers, but at the high school, it would not, at this point, it is not waived. They will need to test in order to graduate. So we don't have anything from the legislation. Eventually we will. Ms. Mendiola will receive all the information. She'll let us know if IGCs will be waived, the individual graduation committees for high school graduation. The last bullet there is updated CIPs for 1920 school year, show each campus progress towards meeting its performance objectives, and are posted on the district website and available for review for the district, central office, or applicable campus. And that's already hyperlinked. Our technology department helps us to make sure all of the campus improvement plans, the DI district improvement plan are already posted. So this was a big aha for me, because the violent and criminal incidents, if you know that, you're looking at felony charges when it comes to disciplinary issues, especially at the high school level. So this report has requires each district to publish as part of its annual report a report on violent and criminal incidents that occurred at campus. It must include the number, rate, and type of violent or criminal incidents that occur on each campus to the extent permitted under FERPA. Descriptions of the school violence prevention, violence intervention policies and procedures used to protect students. Findings from evaluations, if any, conducted under the Safe and Drug-Free School Community Act. The district report for 1920 school year is available for review at the district's central office and at each campus. And we don't have any. Is it possibly because there's a lot that has been in place? There's a correlation because we have character education. Ms. Mendiola came in, I believe, that prior year. There's been a lot of changes at the campus level. We had COVID in March. So there's a lot of, variables that make this report positive. The section for Section C includes the performance in post-secondary institutions. And so the Texas Education Code, that Section 39306, requires its district to publish as part of the annual report a report on student performance in post-secondary institutions during the first year enrolled after graduation from high school. And so this is collected, compiled by the Texas Higher Education Coordinator Board, the coordinating board. The most recent report is 1718 high school graduates. The student performance is measured by GPA, earned by the 1718 high school graduates who attend public 4-year and 2-year institutions of higher in year 2019. For each student, the grade points and college level semester credit hours earned by the students is in the fall of 2018. It's three cycles. Spring of 2019 and summer 2019 are added together in average to determine the GPA. So this is how our students perform. And I don't know if you can see this clearly, but it is in the PowerPoint. For Mercedes Academic Academy, which is the very first one, it shows that out of, the last number says 71. I don't know if you can see the 71, but out of the 71, 0 attended a 4-year university. 2-year public colleges, we had 16. So we take a look at the row and every column. The first column is less than 2.0 GPA. The next column is 2.0, the range 2.0 through 2.49 GPA. And you have the mean, most likely the mean is a 2.5 through 2.99, the average. Then you have a 3.0 to a 3.49, and greater than a 3.5 and unknown. So out of the 16, we had 9 students out of 70, or out of 16 in the 2-year public college that had a 2.0. And then you have 1 2.0 through 2.49, a 1. So think of a bell curve, and pretty much it's skewed to the left. So the idea is to try to make sure that these students understand what GPAs mean right from the beginning of their freshman year. If you look at not trackable, you had 4, and not found 51. So when students enroll, the data gets sent to the Texas Higher Education Board, and that's how they collect the numbers so that they can come up with these percents. Mercedes Early College, they had 103 that graduated that year, 64 attended a four-year public university, 18 had a less than a 2.0. So you want to see them more to the right. So you have 7 with a 2.0 through 2.49. You have 14 right at the average, 2.5 to 2.99, and then the 3.0, which is like a B. 15 students and 10 greater than 3.5. Then those attended continued. If it's MECA, then that means that they probably did not complete their associates, so they continued through STC to complete the associates. 14 of those students in 17-18. Or that graduating class, 6 had a less than 2.0, and it just continues on. You can see the trend. When you look at Mercedes High School, and this is very surprising because remember they're just a comprehensive high school, and it's STEM, then they just need 12 college hours to exit out of that the program. They had 232 students, so oops, they had more students attend 4-year public university, 40 students. And so look at their GPAs are pretty much comparable to MECA. And then you have those that are 2 years, you have 84 and you have 33. That still kind of struggle, but they're there. And you had 8 that had a 2.0, 2.49, and 2.5, 2.99, 12. 3.0 through a 3.49, 10, and then greater than 3.5, you had at least 21, because 9, because the other 12 are unknown. And then not trackable, 20, 88, not found. So this would be your GPAs, section 6. Section 7 is now your glossary, what this entire paper is. And TA prepares and publishes a paper. They provide the definitions that describes methodologies, how they come up with their calculations, all the formulas that they use, which is a long list. They list the sources for each data point in the taper, how they derive. And then they also have a Spanish, well, they haven't released the Spanish, but it's supposed to be released late winter. So it should be forthcoming. And so this resource is available at the district will be, it's already posted. We already posted it, we're ahead of the game. Usually you wait until after you present, but we went ahead and posted, you're still okay to post. And then you also have paper copies available at the campus and at the district. And if they have any questions, then they can go ahead and ask me. And that's the end of our public hearing for today. Any questions?
Any comments, questions? I just have a couple of comments that I'd like to say. Thank you so much, very informative. I was reading it a couple of days ago, and just a couple of comments. If you could enlighten us, this is basically our report card, more or less, right?
Right.
Okay, so saying that it's a report card, we don't really have a visual, I guess, a clear picture of it until maybe 2 years later. Because I got an understanding that this year it's not gonna. We
won't have any ratings again for the 2021 school year. So we're going to use the same data from 18-19.
Okay, so what else, right? We're back next year, and then basically we're going to be in the same situation. It's not till the following year.
Correct. At least that's what we're being told. Of course, we'll have our financial rating, whatever we can update, we will. Teacher retention, number of staff, all of that information, yes. But as far as academic scores, no, we won't.
That's very important. I noticed that some of the data on there. I guess thank you so much about the discipline. I mean, it's a very tough situation, and the DAP, right, helped us out on the funds, right?
Yes, sir.
That's how it goes to you now and yourself.
Thank you.
Any comments?
Thank you, Dr.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, sir. The turn. The president?
Got it? Okay, it's 5:55 p.m. Guess we close our public hearing on the next academic performance report of the Board of Trustees. We're going to move on to the regular school board meeting. Going into my notes going. Sure. Need some time for some glasses.